Welcome to Young Justice Exposed, the place where we talk about everything known, unknown, and lost as it's concerning Young Justice. Today, we're going to take a couple minutes to talk about the lost video games of Young Justice. Many fans are aware of Young Justice Legacy, but did you know there are several other games in existence, and they've been around for a really long time. So let's take a couple minutes to dive into these classic Young Justice video games. Hey guys. Well, many of you are really aware of the Young Justice Legacy game. We've actually talked about it quite a bit on this channel, and have done several video breakdowns of how important that game is. You should find those linked down below, but the short version is, the game itself existed between Season 1 and is a primer to Season 2, and set a lot of the plot lines for Young Justice Invasion in place, including the revelation that Calder's father was Black Manta and the death of Tula. But did you know there were two lesser-known games that were released in 2012 and 2013? Back in April of 2012, we got a game called Shadow Mission, followed by Brawl of Justice in June of 2013. Now, both of these projects were from Cartoon Network in an attempt to support the ongoing series when it was originally airing there. So let's take a couple minutes to talk about both the games and how they impact the actual Young Justice world. Now, the first game released was a game known as Shadow Mission, and actually dropped on April 23rd, 2012. Now, in this game, Tim Drake's Robin is teleported into a strange grayscale world. Over the radio, you hear Mal Duncan tell him Clarion has pulled him into some sort of pocket dimension, and while Robin is awaiting some backup, he has to explore this world. He has to scale cliffs, jump across pits, before finally encountering Clarion himself. Now, Clarion makes it pretty clear he totally intends to take the team out one by one, and warns him of the shadow beast he will face before disappearing. The game itself has 15 levels, and each level is completed by reaching the level's exit point. Now, defeating each level requires Robin to complete a series of athletic challenges, such as scaling walls or jumping from platform to platform, all while defeating various shadow monsters throughout the level. Once you reach the 15th level, Robin faces off with Clarion himself. But that's really not the interesting point. Once that Lord of Chaos is defeated, it actually unlocks Clarion mode. And at this point you get to repeat that final level, but this time with Clarion as a character and Robin as the enemy. Now you can kind of see where this fits into Season 2 a little bit. Like we said, it's Tim Drake, not Dick Grayson, and we did have a major Clarion storyline during Season 2 that involves the Terror taking up the mantle of Dr. Fate. A great story, and a nice place for this game to spin off from. But to be clear, it's not totally considered canon, but in reality, it really does fall into that same category as the Young Justice adjacent material. Now, the second game, called Brawl of Justice, was released on June 7th, 2013, and this takes us all the way back to Season 1. In the game, Robin, Superboy, and Aqualad are in the original Cadmus facility, which has gone into lockdown. The game sees Robin tell the others to hold off the geomorphs while he hacks the system so they can escape the building. Now, the game itself is pretty simple, and it basically sees Superboy and Aqualad battle wave after wave of geomorph elves. After a certain amount of time, enhanced geomorph elves are released. Red ones attack from a distance, and the gray ones are a good bit tougher. Eventually, the battle sees them show down with some geomorph trolls. You remember them from the first season. They were pretty awesome, and closes out with Aqualad and Superboy facing off with Blockbuster himself. Ultimately, Superboy and Aqualad buy the team enough time to escape the facility, and you can totally see where this aligns with the opening two episodes of the Young Justice series. Now, like Shadow Mission, this isn't considered canon, but it doesn't push back on any canonical events and really does fall into the adjacent category. Like I said, both of these games were developed by the Cartoon Network, and not by Greg and his team, but they fit nicely into the Young Justice storyline, and if you're a fan of these type of games, you can still play them online. I've linked them both down below. You should probably go check them out, just for a little bit of extra Young Justice experience. Make sure you check out our other episodes of Young Justice Exposed. We have a couple of great episodes out there, including episodes featuring Cheshire and Clarion. Now, obviously, we love to cover Young Justice on this channel. So, if you want to get all the Young Justice updates, including on Season 5 whenever we get some news, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and don't miss any of the news. But until we know more, what do you guys think? Were you aware of these two games from Young Justice that came out in the early 2010s? And which one is your favorite? I mean, did you go check them out? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like. click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.